Come early spring, it's getting green, fish are on the bed, and hear those turkeys gobble. It's ringing in my head. The winterized bass boat, here comes another year. Yeah, we command the outdoors round here.
Hi, I'm Kevin Reese, back here with my buddy Jerry Reese at Redneck Boot Outdoors here in Kearns, Texas. We finished setting up my Bowtech and Sandy CPX a while back. I brought my Bowtech Invasion back in. It's going to be my backup bow. And we want to take an opportunity to show you out there how to set up an arrow rest properly. This is a Ripcord Code Red arrow rest. It's my favorite. I think Jerry's grown pretty fond of it too. He uses some other rests too, but he does have a Code Red on one of his bows. It's a great rest, and we're going to show you how to put this on. It goes on pretty much like a lot of other follow-away rests. I'll let Jerry take it from here.
Alright guys, when you take and get your Ripcord Code Red from the store, wherever you get it, first you want to take it out. Be very careful you don't lose any of the parts, like your arrow launcher holder. You're going to have a bag that has your mounting bolt for your rest, and also your clamp for your down pull string if you use a clamp. First thing you want to do is get out your mounting bolt. There is a washer supplied for your mounting bolt. I suggest you use it so you don't take and actually groove up and damage your aluminum on the base. But just to start off, you want to go ahead and start threading your mounting bolt. And I use a ratchet just because it makes it a little bit easier. Once we get that slightly snug down, then we can go into leveling the rest. I like to use the RS leveling system to where I can put a level on the string. I'll put a level on the arrow when it's in there. But also I like to level my rest and make sure it's in line with everything. Ripcord actually supplies a little Allen head lock set screw. I actually recommend that you take and use it. A lot of guys don't like to use it because they say it scars the side of the riser, but arrow rest normally covers that as well. But I'm going to tell you, if you don't use it, you can take and lock that mounting bolt down as hard as you can. But unfortunately, if you do bump it on a hunt or something like that, there's a good chance you could move it. So just to be safe, install your set screw on the rest so it locks it down. Okay, now we've got the rest on. I've got it level to the riser. I'm going to put an arrow in here, and this is one of Kevin's arrows that he likes to use, and it has fobs on it. Just by looking at it, first off, I can tell the arrow is off to the right, and by the level is riding real high. So my first adjustment is going to be to my my windage. I'm going to get that taken care of. And what you want to do is, when you start it out, especially on a Bowtech Invasion, you want to take and make sure it's in the center of your stabilizer hole. So I'm going to take and look down it from this side. Make sure that it's in the center of the stabilizer hole, which it is. That's a good reference point. Slightly tighten that down. Now we're going to adjust our elevation. And you can watch the bubble. I don't know if Kevin can zoom in there. Levels never lie. So we've got that level with our level here on the string, very close, where we can take and get everything locked down. So we have our arrow level to the string, and we have the rest level to the riser. So everything should be fine when I release this. That's right. Next thing, after we lock it in place, with everything being level, your arrow should always be in the center of your burger holes, right here. Your 2 burger holes are your actual mounting holes on your riser for the rest. And we're still slightly high on those, so I'm going to bring this down a little bit more. Okay, that's a little bit more. There we go. So what we have is, after installing the rest, leveling the rest to the riser, getting the center shot set up where the arrow's in the center of the burger hole and in the center of your stabilizer hole. That way basically everything, when you go to shoot it through paper, everything is basically close, so you don't have to make so many adjustments. And that is how you install the rest on the bow. Now we're going to take and do a little finish up here, and then we're going to actually tie it into the down cable, and we'll be right back with you on that. Alright folks, we've decided to use the football clamp that's provided from Ripcord, and you can also tie it into your down cable and serve it in as well. But this is just an easy way to take and install it that Ripcord takes and sends. You want to take and install the clamp, but leave it loose at first, and then you're going to take a 1/16 Allen and you're going to start to snug it down. You don't want to get it too tight. You want it to be tight enough that the cord will still pull through while we're through while we're in the adjustment stage. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take it out of the vise now. Before you take it out of your vise, go ahead and make sure you have all the slack pulled out of the cord. That way, when you draw back, that it actually gives you enough cable, what's necessary for the rest to fall properly. So you want to draw back, and when you let down, the rest should let down. And that right there should be perfect as far as the fall away time, because we're going to be using fobs with this as well. Once you get to that point, you want to take and cinch this thing down really tight. Not enough to where it breaks the polymer housing, just enough to where it gets really nice and snug. And you can take this small piece that's left over after we've cinched this down and go into a small loop and bring it back through, and then pull the slack up right here underneath this football clamp to kind of secure it. And then you can take anything from a pair of dikes to scissors, whatever, and clip off this excess, and then you can take a lighter and keep them away from your strings when you do this, guys. I'm actually going to take it out of the vise to do this. I don't want any heat getting on this, so we'll start to bubble up. And that is how you install a Ripcord Code Red arrow rest. Okay guys, we've got the rest installed, and I also want to talk about Ripcord's new arrow holder. They've actually came a long way from the older one that was on there. This is a rubber molded, real flexible, probably take and work a lot better and last a lot longer. Alright guys, one more thing before we close out this archery instruction and tip. We're going to make sure we've got proper clearance using the fobs here, and we've got the rest timed properly. So we're going to take, and it's not hard to see if a fob is not timed properly, because things go terribly wrong. So we're going to draw back and we're going to shoot at this target, and let's see if we got it timed properly. Obviously we do, because nothing blew up. See if you mimic what happened when you were turkey hunting. Aim a little lower.
Am I good there?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Shameless plug for Hoglight. Folks, when we finished up setting up my Ripcord Code Red arrow rest on the Bowtech Invasion, I didn't use the little arrow holder that came with it because I need the clearance shooting fob, so I gave it to Jerry. Jerry didn't have one on his bow. And one of the things that we were really impressed with was the way that this thing really controls the arrow on letdown. First, it's whisper, whisper quiet. And second, he has much better control over the arrow when it drops down onto the shelf with nothing else holding it. And so we just wanted to show you. Jerry's going to go ahead and draw the bow back and let down and show you how much control he has over the arrow, and then he'll do the same thing with the Invasion. We'll see what kind of control he has with the arrow when he lets down on the Invasion without the arrow holder.
All right, man. I'm gonna let down. See, I can't even bounce it around with that. Kind of cradles it, just sits in there.
Alright, now we're going to try it with my Bowtech Invasion, my backup bow.
I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna draw back, and I'm gonna ease down. But this is a 70-pound bow. Most people really can't ease down as easy as I'm gonna be doing it. And then I'm gonna let down real quickly. So I'm gonna draw back once. I'm gonna ease it down. You can see it didn't make any noise. Now, if for some reason if somebody has to let down and they have to let down real quickly, you see how that just happened right there because there was no cradle. So it might be something you want to look into to using the new arrow holder that Ripcord has out.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this tip. I want to thank Jerry Reeves here with Redneck Boot Outdoors. If you find yourself in North Central Texas, come and visit Jerry here. His shop, Kearns, Texas, 107 South Coquette Street, correct? And Jerry, I want to thank you very much for your time. I appreciate that. I want to thank Ripcord Arrow Rest for sending me this rest and letting me work with it and do this tip for y'all. Y'all have a great day. Visit redneckbootoutdoors.com and justhunt.com. We'll see you next time. One. No. You're a dork. Oh my gosh. That's what you get for messing around. It's all fun and games until someone loses an eye. I bet you wish you had a hog light.
I have one.
Not like this one.
I have a hog light. I don't need to have a Marauder hog light, dude.
This is the original.
I don't need a goblin, dude. I got Jesus.
Come early spring, it's getting green. Fish are on the bed, and hear those turkeys gobble. It's ringing in my head. The winterized bass boat, here comes another year.